I've been wanting to make this video for a while. It's about time. Well, hello there, I'm Détroit. This is a new installment of Drawing Time, where I ink a page of my sketchbook in an abstract fashion while chatting about random stuff. This episode is all about time. I want to see how fast I can draw when I put all my effort into it, which is why I have a watch right there to the side, so you can see how long it takes me. Usually when speeding up these videos, you tend to lose the sense of how long it takes, and so this whole drawing will be made in real time. And you can even call me Sonic, cause I gotta go fast. Time is a really interesting concept. Unlike the dimensions of space, time only goes in one dimension for us. And yet, just like space, time changes a lot with our perception. For space and time both, it's easy to realize. If you were to walk 10 kilometers just for the sake of it, it would seem like a long distance. But often during the course of a day, going to work and back, going out with friends, etc., you do walk 10 kilometers. It's not that great after all. Same thing for modes of transportation. 10 kilometers is quite a lot on foot, but in a car it's nothing. Well, time is the same, isn't it? When you do chores you don't want to do, it feels like an eternity, but when you enjoy yourself, it's really quick. Most of my chores I do on Sunday mornings. I enjoy getting up early, and just by fully dedicating myself to chores, I can clean my apartment, tidy up my room, take out the trash, etc. in just about an hour and a half, which is nothing. If I think about doing it during the week, where it's harder to dedicate a long period of time and I have more things to do, it's gonna feel like a lot longer. Time is something we tend to run out of quickly. I am a bit obsessed with time in this regard. There is only so much of it that I can use. I tend to want to make the most of it. Remember how recently I talked about all the things I want to do? Like write a book, make songs, learn more about carving? I never want to stop learning new things and have new projects. Only, I know in my lifetime, I will never be able to do all of that. Well, that's not strictly true because I am immortal and all, but the planet will stop existing because of us ruining it, so that's about the same. At the same time, always doing things makes you stop enjoying your time. It takes a crowd to enjoy being alone, and it takes boredom to enjoy being active in life. There is no pleasure without pain, and there is also no rush to do things if you never stop doing things and enjoy free time here and then. That was for the philosophical approach to time. I don't have any conclusions on that, I just wanted to share some thoughts with you. Now, let's approach time in a more scientific context. Without going into a level that I don't even understand, there are a few funny things about time. Do you know how we know time flows only one way? It's all about entropy, the second law of thermodynamics, which can be expressed in a variety of ways. This law says that entropy can only increase in a system. It says that not all heat energy can be converted into work, meaning that there has to be energy dissipation. And so part of the energy will be dissipated and will augment the entropy. Because of that, some processes are irreversible. This is the case, for example, when you mix two volumes of gas of different pressures. You can't separate them once you do that because they reach equilibrium and the energy to reach it has dissipated in the surroundings. This is why there is the concept of the arrow of time, because of the irreversibility that can happen. Now, there is something fun we can do with time when we know it flows only one way. A little thought experiment that has to do with space. Nothing goes faster than light, and electromagnetic waves in general. There's technically one thing that is faster than light, but I'll tell you at the end of the video. Watch till the end. For now, nothing goes faster than light. This is because light particles, photons, have no mass. If something has a mass, then it requires a lot of energy to move. That's basically E equals mc squared. So light goes faster than anything else, but it has a finite velocity, a finite speed. For example, if something happens to the sun, we on Earth will only see it about 8 minutes later. Let's take the same principle but apply it to the universe during its first steps, right after the Big Bang. When light is being emitted, it is in all directions. So when the universe started expanding, light was being emitted everywhere, but the universe is expanding at the same time. So light travels at a constant speed, but across space that is being larger and larger. If you think of something like a galaxy that is going out from the center of the universe, by the time its light reaches us, the galaxy will have long moved further away. In essence, this means that the further away we look, the more we look into the past, because what we observe is no longer there. This is also how we can define the observable universe. Light that was emitted right after the Big Bang, and by that I mean 380,000 years later, when photons started traveling, is only now reaching us, and that defines the furthest away we can see. If you think about it, there is a huge bubble around us that has a radius of 13.8 billion years times the speed of light. That defines how far we can see. This is not the limit of the universe though, just the observable universe. Things that have expanded the direction opposite us also have that same bubble around them, and that is true for every point in the universe, in any direction. And so the conclusion is that we will never see the end of the universe, because light, the absolute fastest thing, will never reach it from one end to the other. There is not enough time to ever cover the entirety of space, or the other way around. I hope I didn't lose you there. The concepts regarding space and time, relativity and such are incredible, and also incredibly hard to understand. I did my best to make it simple, even though my knowledge on this is only at undergraduate level. If you want to know more about it, and probably explain way better, check out videos by Vsauce, Veritasium, Kurzgesagt, and the other kings of science popularization YouTube videos. Like this video if you enjoyed the drawing, tell me in the comments if you found this format fun, or if you have any questions. Subscribe for more art twice a week and check out my social media. Now I promised to tell you what goes faster than light and thus reverses time. The answer is simple. Thought. Right now I think of the sun, now the Earth, now the nearest galaxy, and bam, instantaneous and much faster than light. I'm Detroit and I'm a time traveler. Bye!